So let's discuss about Selenium features. And some people ask you the same question in a different manner, saying, why do you choose Selenium over other automation tools? Okay. So both are for both of the questions, you have to give the same answer. The reason is we choose the Selenium because of its features, because of its rich features. Let's discuss about those features one by one. First thing is it's free tool. Selenium to use, you no need to pay any single penny. Okay, it's completely free. Okay, you no need to pay any single cent for them. It's a completely free. And it is open source tool. Open source tool is nothing but, if it is a open source tool, anybody can able to download it for free and anybody can able to use it for free. And not only that, you can also contribute for that tool. You can also, you know, take that code and you can also modify the code, and you can also provide some new features, and you can also do some bug fixes on the source code. It's a completely open source tool. Anybody can download, anybody can use, and anyone can contribute to that tool to grow it. Okay, the next one is it supports all platforms. Is nothing but Mac is a platform, Linux is a platform, and Windows is a platform. You can able to use the Selenium. You can able to install the Selenium in any of the platform, that is Mac, Linux, Windows. At the same time, you can able to do automation in any of the platform, and you can able to run in any of the platform. Okay. Selenium can be installed and used for writing automation, and and automation scripts can be executed on any of the platform. Okay, you can install, you can write the scripts, you can execute the scripts in any of the platform. That's what this means. And it supports all the browsers. Nothing but you have written automation scripts, and these scripts ultimately will be executed on browser, right? So where do you use the web application? So where do you use your Amazon site? Okay, you open some of the browser, that could be either Chrome or Mozilla Firefox, and you can browse something, and finally you can purchase something. Okay, everything will happen on the browser. Okay, so your automation test cases also, your automation scripts also will be executed over a browser. Okay, so if the Selenium doesn't support that browser, you can't do anything. But fortunately, Selenium support all the browsers. Whatever the automation scripts, remember, whatever the automation scripts which you have written, you can able to execute them in any of the browser. Okay, so it's an automation, you have to write some code. So that's the reason we have learned Java these many days. Okay, automation involves a coding, and using that programming language, or using that language, you have to write the automation scripts, and these scripts can be executed on any of the browser. Fortunately, Selenium supports all the browsers. Not all the tools will support all the browsers. If we take an example of Qtp, it doesn't support to run on IE or Chrome or Safari. It just supports Firefox and Mozilla. Sorry, it supports Firefox and IE. But whereas Selenium, it supports all the browsers. So let's list the browsers. What are the browsers we know? One is Chrome, IE, Firefox, and Opera and Safari, right? These are the browsers we know. It supports all the browsers. So whatever the automation scripts you have written using Selenium can be executable on any of the browser. That's a very important feature for Selenium. Let's talk about Another feature. Okay, it supports, you can write the Selenium automation code using any of the programming language, any of the language. One is Java and C++, C Sharp, C Sharp, and what else? And Objective C and Perl, Python, Ruby, okay, Haskell, JavaScript, HTML. Okay, so you can use any of this programming language or any of this language to write the automation code in Selenium. Then you have a question. Okay, so we can able to use any of this automation, any of this programming language to automate the Selenium. But why do we choose in only Java? Okay, so you can use Selenium for, you can combine Selenium with any of the programming language to automate the applications. But why do we choose it only for only Java to use the Selenium in our training? Okay, so the reason is that using the Java, the flexibility is more. Okay, writing the code or managing the code or integrating your code with any other third-party tools. Okay, the flexibility of writing, managing, understanding, and integrating with other tools is very simple and very straightforward with Java, and that's the reason we chosen Java. And not only that, most of the companies looks for Selenium with Java language. Okay, so it's also important for you to grab the job. So this course, after this course, it is important for you to grab the job. And if you want to grab the job, so you have to get more calls, more number of calls. Okay, if you at least if you get some 3 to 4 calls, will be get at least in one of them you will get a job. Okay, for that reason also we go for Java. So the most of the calls are from Selenium with Java than any other language. That's one thing. And the other one is that the flexibility with Java and Selenium is more. Okay, you can able to write the code, understand, manage, and integrate with other third-party tools is very simple with Java. So that's another reason we use Selenium with Java. And the fifth feature is that Selenium community. It has a large Selenium community. Okay, if you have any question, just look into the Google, you can able to get the answer. Okay, if you have any questions on Selenium, you can able to Google it, you can able to get the answer. In the worst case, if you didn't get any answer, you just post a question, and there are many people, there are as I said, there is huge Selenium community, and there are many people who are going to help you with your question. Okay, these are the major features of Selenium, and these features made the Selenium to, you know, put into put into the upper hand, as well as these features made organizations to choose the Selenium. Okay, so first of all, it's a free tool. You just have to download and use it. In case of with QTP and other tools, has to be those are paid tools. You have to pay lots of money to buy them. Okay, at they cannot be installed on all the platforms, as Selenium can be installed on Mac, Linux, Windows. QTP cannot be installed on Mac and Linux. It can only be installed on Windows. Okay, there are some differences with Selenium and QTP, and there are more better features Selenium is having. That's the reason people choose Selenium. So that's all about Selenium features. In our next class, we'll discuss about Selenium versus QTP.